Hi, my name is Brad Wilson from Kindle Book Generator, KBG, and today I'm going to show a simple, easy demo of creating clickable images. I've noticed that some people are having difficulty creating clickable images correctly, so I went ahead and put together a presentation of sorts. Hopefully it'll be simple, easy, and it'll give you everything you wanted to know about creating clickable images. And they're really not that difficult to create. So what I've done is I'm just going to go simply over to the demonstration and prepped it for you, for all of us to look at, and scroll up and kind of give you a kind of real quick rundown of it. And so here, how to make it. How to make clickable image links in KBG. Well, first you need the two parts to a clickable image link, and that is the link itself. In this case, it's dailybunny.org, and I just pulled out that doing a quick Google search, and because I had a lot of bunnies made for a purpose for my youngest son, who used to like bunnies a lot. I don't know if he does anymore. He's getting kind of older. So, but anyways, he has in the past, and I had a lot of them. So what you do is you just take the two elements, the dailybunny.org link and the image itself. In this case, it's uploaded to image photo to make it easier, and you can have it linked to anything. It's a image URL, just make sure that you are aware of that. And then you create the tokens for each of those elements, and you put them together. You basically insert the image URL into the link, the hyperlinked with its token created. And so the difference here is that this one you can roll over it and you don't see there any change to the cursor. But if you roll over this one, you'll notice that it's clickable now. And if I clicked it, it would in fact go to the dailybunny.org site. And I'm going to go on to the next part. I'm going to do a demonstration of showing you the normal way to make clickable image links. And here's the links. I'm going to have two sets of them here and also here. And this is the new, easier way. Since I've found that a lot of people are having some difficulty with that, I made a new icon for it, a new way to create it, so it makes it a little bit easier, and then you'll be able to create the clickable image links correctly, and you'll be able to roll over the image, click them in your Kindle book, and actually jump to the place you want it to go. So continuing on, the next step is that I'm going to show how to create a table or a grid with clickable images in it. So you'll have the images side by side, and this could be for anything, any purpose, but a lot of people like it for their existing books that are already up, and if you want to do other books in the series, then there'll be clickable images that you can just put in there, and it'll be a really good way to promote your other books. And then if you have more than that, then maybe a 2x2 clickable image link would be a good thing, and I'm going to show you how to do that as easy as make it as easy as possible to make that. And well, so what I'm going to do is going to do a demonstration. It's going to start out with two images that are clickable already, and then I'm going to show how to make those into clickable images. Image grid, 2x1 and then a 2x2. But I'm only going to be using two images that are clickable. And so why do I do that? Well, I want to show there's a reason for that. Many people don't know that if you put a dot right here, a solution is to put a dot in the table cell. If you put a dot, it reserves a space in the table, and of course it removes the dot, but it keeps the space there so that it doesn't collapse and mess up your table. So that's kind of the idea behind this. And then I'm going to go ahead and go over a few of the things to be aware of with these new features that I've added to the system. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the actual making of the table grids and the clickable image links first. So let's go. And I zoomed right to the place in the editable text where to go, and ignore this part right here. But basically, these are the two elements and the two sets of that I've put here. The link that you want to go to, the site it's going to jump to, and then the image itself. So the normal way to do it is you'd highlight the site, the link, the dailybunny.org, and you go over to where you make a hyperlink. Now, if you notice to the right of that, I've added a new icon, and if you've been using KBG for a while, you'll notice that that's new. I'll show you that in just a minute. But basically, you click it, and then it would put the link token there, and great. The next step is to highlight the image itself, and you'd go over to images right here, or excuse me, image, and you click that. Okay, well, many people don't realize that if you make a link from that, it won't be in the right order. So what instead you need to do is you need to drag this up into this area right here. After the image, excuse me, after the link text, right between those areas right there, just drop it in there, and that is a correctly made image, a clickable image, and you're good to go on that. Well, some people might find that a little bit difficult, but to each their own, I guess. If they find that difficult, that's exactly the reason why I made another icon here, and that's what it is. It's called clickable image, and it's a two-step process where you'd click the link itself. And I'm going to go ahead and show that right now, demonstrate it right now. So you highlight it, you go over here, and you click the link part, and it does the correctly. Now it's missing some of the elements, so if you saved it right now and rendered it, it would actually mess up. So you don't want to do that right now. What you're going to do is you're going to hit the delete key right there, and then highlight to the end. You're going to go ahead and drag this, or you can whatever way to highlight that, and then do the second part right there. Click it, and there you go. There's the correctly made clickable image link, and you're good to go. So if you saved it right now, both those images would be correctly made. Okay. And then if you notice, this image here matches, excuse me, this clickable image set, with tokens around it, matches this one right here, and maybe the actual. See, I did change the image, but this one right here matches this one, and if I save this right now, which I'll go ahead and do that, and we'll go ahead and see in just a second when it comes up and run, and I do a view of it, demonstration. Well, there you go. So this one is now, it didn't have the link here, and you don't have the image, but you have in fact the clickable image, and both of them work. Okay, either the normal way or the new easier way. And if I go ahead and click it, it would go to the site that I set up. I'm not going to go ahead. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep on going. Show you the next part of this, which is the fact that you want to make the clickable image grids. And again, you have a 2 by 1 or a 2 by 2. Now, what does that mean exactly? How do you do that? Well, you just take the two images, the two clickable image token sets that you've made before, and then you go ahead and put a table around it. Well, what I did to make it easier is I actually added two new icons. You drop down from the table menu, and you can go ahead and select the table one row grid, and it would automatically create the everything you need for that. Now, if I save this, it would actually be correct and give you a 2 rows 1 column. Now that's good, but what if we want to make it with we want to make a 2 by 2? Well, if you have all of them, great. What I've done is I went ahead and made it as easy as possible, but there is some limitations. So what I did is I went ahead and selected the two images that are already there, and I went and I made the second table 2 row grid. And this is where I want to demonstrate that there's the feature of putting a dot in the space, so it would reserve the area for the cell. Now, and that's what I indicated before, where you put a dot and it reserves a space in the table. So if I went ahead and save this, you'll notice that in fact it comes up, and I can go back to it and go to the first one. So now, instead of it being in the images lined up, it's now in a grid. Now, this is the demonstration, making sure that you are aware that in fact I had the first one here, and then the second one, and then there's the two. Well, what happened to the image? The dots are not there, but at least the table didn't. The table was correctly made. Well, what do you want to do? What you want to do is you want to go back to where the dots are and put in some the two images, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy that and replace the dots with the next with the correct images. Maybe they're different. In this case, I'm actually going to flip them around so you'll see that in fact they are different, and I'm going to go ahead and save that and view it, and there you go. This is the demonstration, and they're reversed. Now, there's something I want you to be aware of. Because of the way I made this, and because there are some limitations, I just wanted to show you that if you went ahead and selected 4, and also the way you select is very important. Don't just select just the text, because if you do that, you'll notice that in fact there'll be the 4 and the table are together, and you want the new line, or the line to be made on a new line instead of just on the same line. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and drag all of it and then select it. Now, something to be aware of. I only put in 2 dots. Well, this would be, if you save this right now, the table would be broken and it would collapse on itself. So if you wanted to have it work correctly, you would actually add 2 new lines with dots, and if you wanted to reserve that space, or you would actually add the additional information for those rows, and then you'd have it made correctly with actual information. So if I went ahead and saved this and demonstrated it, viewed it in the preview, we're going to be able to see that in fact it made a 4-column 2-row table. In this case, there's no border around it, and that's the end of the demo. And so we're done. Thank you.